Greetings, planty people, and welcome back to my jungle. So today's video is all about pet-friendly houseplants. Many of us absolutely adore animals, and the one thing about houseplants is the majority of them are very not safe for cats, dogs, humans even. So here are 5 houseplants that aren't prayer plants, because every time I've googled it just says prayer plants, but not everyone gets on with prayer plants. So here are 5 alternative suggestions. Now the only reason why I can have all of these houseplants behind me and not worry, because I do have a cat, is because my cat is the laziest cat and he has no teeth and no interest on nibbling any of these plants. But a lot of cats and dogs love to nibble on plants for some reason. Don't know why. And fun fact, a lot of cats love to nibble on spider plants because it's mildly hallucinogenic, so keep that in mind if you have one. I have just recovered from a cold. Again, the universe is testing me, I'm telling you, but I'm feeling a lot better, so let's talk about plants. Okay, so here's the first one. So this is one you will have seen many times before. So this is the Pilea, also known as the Chinese money plant. Now I can't pronounce the full name. Pilea or Pilea, however you want to pronounce it. Peppera. Oh, the dyslexia really popped out then, didn't it? Anyway, this one you can find even at supermarkets, random shops. This one specifically is a variegated one that I managed to find. That was just labelled as a normal one. Doesn't have to be variegated, but this one is one of those plants that a lot of people recommend as a beginner plant because they are surprisingly easy. The only thing is they can be a tad thirsty and they love to lean. As you can tell, I've had it against a window and it's been absolutely loving it, and I've recently had to take so many little babies out because they love to make little tiny little props, which is super cute. Now this is also called the Chinese money plant, as in Chinese culture they believe it encourages wealth, and who doesn't want that? I just find it really interesting. Different cultures have different kind of meanings for plants. So yes, I love this one. It's super cool and quirky looking, and they can get pretty big if you give it enough light and enough water. And the good thing with this one, you can propagate it from a stem. You can also chop it and just put it in water, or you can just let it have little babies. I've never experimented with a leaf rooting, so let me know if you've ever tried that. But yeah, one of my favourites. Let me know if you've tried this one. Okay, next one. Ta-da! Now this one is still in its propagating era. As you can tell, it's in a broken cup with some drainage and some moss. I got this from a plant swap. It was just a piece and I've just been chopping it up, putting it back into the moss, and these guys root so easily. So if you didn't already know, this is a rickrack cactus or a fishbone cactus. So many different names, zigzag cactus. So this comes from the jungle. It doesn't have any spikes and they make the most beautiful flowers. And the best thing with this one, it's so easy. As it's kind of semi-succulent, you only need to water it every 2 weeks or so. It does like quite a lot of, that is distracting. It does like quite a lot of sun, so please do keep that in mind. This one's an absolute dream. It's so easy. You can propagate it in basically anything. You can even just shove it right into soil, but I like to put it in moss. I'm just a moss girl, really. I just love moss. Okay, so the next one I was over the moon when I found out was pet friendly because they're just so cool. And if I had to have only pet friendly plants if my cat was a nibbler, I'd be quite upset that you wouldn't be able to have Hoya, but here we are. They're pet safe. So this one specifically is the black margin, and this was a propagation I got from Lottie, and oh my gosh, I think it's probably my favourite Hoya at the moment. It's got these gorgeous kind of like ripples there, and the edges have a gorgeous dark outline. I did quite a lot of research, but Google said some Hoyas can be a little bit on the edge of being safe, so definitely do your research on the specific type of Hoya, but I know for certain this one is completely fine. And the best thing with Hoya, there are so many varieties and they're just so easy. I don't know why I didn't get into Hoya sooner, because they're just beautiful, and also they flower. So if you're into plants that flower, just do yourself a favour and do some research and look at all the different types of flowers. They're just beautiful. I can't wait for this one to get absolutely massive, have it on a gorgeous trellis and finally get it to bloom. And this is just in a recycled lush pot. This is your sign to use anything as a pot. just get creative, get reusing. And the next one, I didn't realise how long this one had gotten, and if you didn't know, this is the Peppera Hope. Can't remember the fancy name, but everyone knows it as Hope. So this one, it's got these gorgeous kind of velvety semi-succulent coin-shaped leaves. This one likes quite a lot of sun as well, so most of these I keep downstairs in a really bright window. And this one is so easy to look after. Because it's semi-succulent, you only need to water it every 3 weeks or so. That's it. It just grows like crazy. And it's super easy to propagate. I think you can even propagate it from one leaf. And from my research, I think quite a lot of peperomia are pet friendly. So definitely, if you're looking at a peperomia that isn't this one, have a little research, have a little look, because it's always worth just doing a double check because, you know, animals. I just love animals. See? Proof's in the pudding. And also, if you don't get on with string of pearls like me, this one is a good alternative. I know they're a little bit bigger and not as spherical, but it has a similar kind of look to it. Okay, last but not least, I was in shock when I found out that this one's actually pet friendly, because wow, how cool is this? So this is a Staghorn Fern, and usually I don't get along with ferns unless it's in a terrarium, because they're just thirsty kirsties, and they are also divas. So when I found out this one was super easy, I was like, yes. So if you're into kind of really quirky looking plants, look at that. Ooh, definitely give this one a go. And look at that beautiful new bit. I don't know what this bit's called. Let me know if you're a fern fanatic. So I typically water this every 2 weeks or so, and I have it on a high shelf in the bathroom because they love humidity. Oh, I just flicked soil and it landed in my lip gloss. That is the worst. Once a fungus gnat landed on my lip gloss and I so I love anything alien looking. I just think it's so beautiful. I love how they grow in the wild or when they grow on trees, because it is an epiphyte, but they can live in soil like this. I just don't have the room to mount it onto anything currently. And that concludes the video because I'm still not feeling too well. I might do a part 2. I hope you're having a lovely day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Let me know if you've got any other suggestions of pet-friendly plants that aren't prayer plants, because not everyone gets along with prayer plants. I'll leave all my social medias down below. Let me know if you want to see any particular videos. I also have a 10% discount for Grow Gang if you want to treat your plants, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.